And it says we're live, so I am going to just catch up on the YouTube end so I can silence the screen. Good morning, everybody. Give me 1 second. Very good. Good morning, everybody. I didn't expect anybody to be here except Deb and myself. I thought maybe y'all been sunburned, tired from the weekend. Sharon was here a little early. Mike, Joe, John. So thank you for coming. We know we visit early in the morning. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Brenda. How are you? So, how's everybody doing this weekend? Did we get our Memorial Day weekend started? Big plans?
Oh,
Yeah.
Sean's here.
Yes. He had a good live yesterday. He had a good
Yeah,
one. I
yeah.
watched it. I watched it when I came back from my errands, and it was really, really good.
I watched it when he was live.
Yeah, sometimes I don't always get Sean because I'm out running my errands first thing in the morning. So I'm kind of in a different spot today. This is normally my evening spot, but y'all don't want to see my mess. I decided I was gonna process all my fabric. And for all of you that know that I said no plans, cut the grass, wash the car, clean, went back to sleep. Oh, it's still. Oh wait, I'm mixing up my comments here. Melissa has no plans, cut the grass, wash the car, clean carpets, and sew. The sewing is good. And
But I
Brenda,
think sewing should be number one.
yeah, and Brenda was awake since 3 a.m. And you went back to sleep. I decided to tear my sewing room apart. I'm still at the who am I stage. Mike, you're so funny.
Well, I'm not going to turn mine this way because I have a huge mess over here.
Mm-hmm. So I didn't see Mike last night. I did see Mona and Sheila on So Yeah, and I cheated on my fabric diet, I must say, and I cheated bad. I mean, I cheated
Ah, see, she
bad.
was saving it up.
Yes, I cheated bad. But they had some cute polka dots, and Mona said she was texting me last night, and she said she doesn't even know what she was buying. And I said, "Well, you bought a lot of dots. You bought a lot of dots," because I was watching her, and so I decided I am. You will not sew, yeah. But I decided I need to I really need to process fabric because I do not know what I have, and that's pretty bad. I don't know about you all, but sometimes you just have a little bit too much.
Oh, no, I never have too much.
Oh, I do. And I have too much pre-cuts, and I need to process them, make them into quilts, make them into a project, and get them out of here. Because I don't work with pre-cuts very much, but I got them in the So Yeah box, the So sampler boxes, and sometimes I buy things that I don't really need. It's just spur of the moment, and I hit buy, buy, buy. It's a sale. Hey, Susan. Good morning. How are you?
Hi, Susan.
So, have you been doing any quilting, Deb? Have you been doing any working on any more tops, any new tops?
I got the binding all clipped on there. I just haven't sewed it. I ended up cutting the whole neck thing apart and put binding on it. I put this pretty green on.
That is pretty.
What the heck did I touch?
And Joe said that she used an entire bin of scraps for a bed and used all the strip crumbs for a pet bed, all used up. So I have 4 bins of, I don't know what kind of fabric this is. It's just pieces, and they're big pieces. So I am going to work on a few scrap quilts, and I've been watching Brenda from Mount Scrapmore. You know, everybody's into that potato chip block. They were talking about it on Sean's yesterday, and I am going to try and work on some scrap blocks. And so I want to, and they're just thrown in there. I mean, they're not even by color. So I'm going to go ahead and put them in color order. And I am going to just make whatever. It's going to sew and come out to something. I don't know. And I just want to empty those bins. I really need to empty those bins and get some things processed. I just have a bad habit of buying fabric, and I have no clue what I'm using it for or what I'm purchasing it for.
See, that's the whole thing. When I do buy, I usually don't know what I'm going to do with it. But I bought it because it was cute.
Well, I have my Fabric Cafe book, my book out, the 3-yard quilts. And I was thinking that you really don't have to use 3 yards of the same fabric. You can make it using
you can do it scraps, yeah.
So I brought that out, and I think I'm going to make 3-yard quilts because they're easy, but with the scrap fabric.
I just got the new one. The quick Christmas one.
Now that one was cute. I saw that. I haven't purchased it yet.
Oh, I bought it right away as soon as I could. This is the one I want to do.
There was one. Hold on. Let me make you big. So let me see. There was one I was looking at. I think it's that middle one in the that middle top row one. But I love the one on the top. Yeah.
I love this one too.
Yeah, I like that. And I like that blue and white one.
Yep. The tree ones are cute too.
Where did you buy it from? Did you buy it from them or?
This one I did buy from them.
Okay.
But I wanted to do this one because I have all of the fabric for it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I have all the fabric already. I'm going to, for the dark blues,
I'm
going to use that fabric for the Old Glory.
Oh, okay.
Blue. And then I have a light blue with I know I got it here someplace. This light blue.
Oh, that will be pretty. That would be pretty.
With the snowflakes on it. And then I have some white with snowflakes on it too.
Oh, that will.
So I'm going to use those 3 on it.
Well, Mike, just go ahead and order it. Just put it in your cart and check out.
I also found that I have the chicken salad templates. I don't remember ordering them, but by golly, I got them. When I was looking for this fabric, that's when I found them. And I found this pretty.
That's pretty.
10-inch. And I don't know what all's in there, but they're all blues.
That's right, Mike. Just hit that button. Just hit that button. When you see something, just hit that button. Worry about how you're going to pay for it later.
That's right. That's right. And then I found that I have leftover scraps from a Christmas quilt I was working on. This is all left over.
See, so it helps to process what you have every now and then, go through all your stash and see what you have.
And then this one is a Dr. Seuss panel.
I have that. I got that at Hobby Lobby.
I don't remember where I got it, but I've got it, and I'm just going to I'm going to put it together finally. And then I got this one. I originally got that one for my second granddaughter.
Mm-hmm.
And I still may give it to her. And then I got this one for my grandson. My only grandson. Well, unless you count my husband's.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never seen them.
Yeah, Melissa, now I like that. I like dinosaurs.
And there's the top.
Oh, I like that. And who makes that one?
I'd have to look again. I think I got this one off of Missouri Star.
I like those.
Robert Kaufman.
Yeah, I like dinosaurs.
Yep, Robert Kaufman.
Susan, I made the Dr. Seuss panels. I cut the blocks out, and then I just put solid borders on each block. I think I did sashed it 3 times with solid borders, and I did it for my youngest grandson. And I thought it was cute because he was just getting into Dr. Seuss when I made it for him. But I love that dinosaur panel. I think
I did too. And the backing that I got for it, I don't know where I stuck that now, but it looks like jungle.
Oh, that would make a really good charity quilt too for some jungle. Okay, so I'm gonna have to write that one down. I'm making a note because, and that was Robert Kaufman.
That was Robert Kaufman. Let's see if there's anything on the bottom of this one.
I made a note. Okay, Mike, I made a note, but it might not be until next week when I buy it because, like I said, I was really bad. I haven't even received.
The other one's Robert Kaufman too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the
Dr. Seuss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I went to Hobby Lobby one day, and it had to have been last year because that's when I made the quilt, and they had a whole bunch of Robert Kaufman fabric in there, which I went in, I'm like, I need 2 yards of that. I need, just because it was Robert Kaufman fabric and it was really pretty and vibrant. Yeah, there's a Robert Huffman. He does really nice prints. I think I have some of his stashed away too. And then I found, when I was going through my thing, I found something from Allison Glass from a 2019 line. I'm like, when did I get that?
This is the next pouch that Mona's going to do.
The Bristol pouch?
Yeah.
Yup. But okay, so I see everybody making pouches, and I think Mona does such a good job at making handbags and stuff. She's really patient with them. But I still don't know, what do you do with them all if you don't know anybody to give them to?
Well, this one comes in 3 different sizes.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm going to make one to put inside this tote.
Okay.
Because I don't like having to put something in this tote and then not be able to find it.
Right, right.
So I learned with my last purse that was really huge that I want a bag inside of a bag. So I can just reach in, pull it out, zip it open, and get the thing out that I wanted.
Hey, Sheila, let me throw the link in.
Sheila.
I'm throwing the link in there if anybody wants to come and visit for a minute. I'm sorry, I should have done that earlier. Sheila, you had some bad weather out your way too, didn't you? I know Arkansas was got really bad damage from those tornadoes yesterday.
You can shrink me again.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to see you.
And I got Spin put back up on the wall.
Yes, that's so cute.
I think he's just the cutest. I still haven't decided what I'm going to use him for. He's a big block. He's 15 or 16 inches.
I would just put a border on him and hang him on my wall.
Because I thought about putting him into a quilt, and I was just going to put him in the corner, but he's way too big for that.
Yeah, Melissa, Arkansas, and Iowa, and Kansas was really hit that hard. And I was watching pictures on X where Ryan Hall was sending out pictures of the aftermath early this morning. And some towns were devastated. They can't get ambulance and emergency vehicles in some parts because the trees are down.
Yeah.
And then a camping place. I guess people for the Memorial Day weekend went out camping, and they got hit by a tornado. So it's pretty bad.
We had the tornado warning here, and it's like it just bypassed us because they were saying it was going to hit us. And I live right by the river, Mississippi River. It jumped the river and it went on the Illinois side. That's where it landed.
Yes, Susan, prayers for everybody affected. I mean, unfortunately, you're not hearing about it much in the news. If you turn on the news, all you hear is elections. Yeah. You're not hearing about all this devastation. And so a lot of prayers, and I'm sure as time comes through, there'll be a need.
Phyllis Diller's trying to come through.
Huh?
Phyllis Diller's trying to come through.
This morning I said you kind of get what you get with me, and I'm glad, Brenda, that we inspired you to stack some fabric away this morning. I don't remember whose live I was watching or whose replay I was watching. And they were talking about organizing and everything else. And you're the disaster, Mike. And I was watching and I said, yeah, I really need to just take stock of what I have, because
I was just thrilled that I found something that I knew I had and I could not remember where I put it.
So my husband has really gotten into the Lego thing, and those Lego puzzles and kits and the off-brand ones. And I took some of his shelf space away with my sewing machines that are just out there. And now I have to find a place for my sewing machines because he wants his space back. So he can
I know what that's like too.
So I told him I'm going to run to the dollar store after this live so I can be like Mona and put totes under my bed. Totes of fabric, like the holiday fabrics.
I need to get some more totes.
Yeah. And put that away because I don't need to see it until I'm ready to do holiday. And so I can have, And
About the
actually,
only holiday that I do is Christmas.
I do Easter. I do Holloway and Holloway. I do Christmas and Easter because I like to do those little Easter placemats and stuff for the kids, just something fresh for spring.
Yeah.
I do have vacuum bags as well. The problem with the it's just space. When your house is small, it's just space and where you can put it.
Yeah.
And if you're ever thinking about getting a German Shepherd, they molt or they shed real heavy. I mean, there's like fur streaks on my carpet. I can vacuum, and 5 minutes later there'll be fur streak. And now, Mike, unless I can come to New York and borrow your attic, I don't think I can put anything in my attic. It's so small, I would get stuck up there. Myself crawling, trying to shimmy in my attic just wouldn't work.
My attic, you have to put an actual ladder up in order to get up to it.
No,
So that would be a huge deal if I put anything in the attic.
no, our attic is so small. It's just for air conditioning ductwork and things like that. There's no.
I have Christmas decorations in totes up there. That's about it.
I could build up. I guess I could tell my husband, will you just build me a house? Although I told him that from time to time I'll go around and I'll look at real estate in the area. And there was this house for sale. And I mean, it's a bigger house than my house, but it had 21 acres. But the selling point for me was there was a one-room apartment that sits out on the property, and I'm like, ooh, I could get a long garden here. I'm like, ooh,
She should.
yeah, it's big. It had a hallway and a bathroom and everything else. It was a big one-room apartment, and I said, ooh, I would claim that because there's a shed out there, so my husband could still have a shed, and then I would have this big, nice apartment that you would not be able to drag me from. I would never come in,
Yeah.
Just put a little futon out there.
That's about what Jean has from Captain Stitches.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it's I think it was pretty big. I think it was 500 square feet, and so I could get a one.
Joe says build a 2-story she shed.
Yes. And if you all can convince my husband to just build onto my house, just build on it, he just says, why? He doesn't understand.
No, he doesn't get it.
He just tells me to buy less stuff. That's not going to happen. But
I know. Mine says you need to use what you got.
And not to mention, we bought our house 30 years ago. So when we bought our house 30 years ago, it was not as expensive as homes are today. And
it was what you needed at the time.
yeah, and well, in this phase of the life, it's like, do you want another mortgage or do you want to buy fabric? The freedom to. It doesn't make sense for me to buy a bigger house and not be able to have the money to buy the fabric to go in it.
Yep.
I'm happy where I'm at. It's just I would like him to enclose the screen porch or build a porch on the back slab in the backyard. I don't go in the backyard. There's things out there in the backyard. Hey, Melanie, how are you? So, is anyone have plans for tomorrow? Anyone going camping or going out? Do they do anything special on Memorial Day weekend? I know,
I don't.
I think some families get together, they think of it as a time to. We used to go to a cemetery over here that has the memorial for a lot of the people that served in service.
I
You're
used
open.
to do all
You're
sorts
open.
of things when my parents were still alive.
Yeah, we don't do much. It's just, and my daughter's working, so we're not getting along around with the kids, And my husband said, "You plan to sew, Sheila?" Yeah. My husband said that he had, this is his day off, that he served, and there's been, so we just kind of stay home. Good morning, Donna. How are
Hi,
you?
Donna.
But we'll be traveling to New York, Mike. So just make sure we got a big old steak, a New York steak on in on the grill and in the smoker, London broil. Yes, when you are married to somebody in service, then you serve as well, because that's a lot of time spent away from your spouse. And we were doing it. He served during the Persian Gulf War. So 22 years in the Army. It's a tough life, but I love it. You have the veranda. How what's the temperature over there, Mike, in New York? It's hot here. It's just nasty. The gnats are out. Everything's out. Sheila, you want to come up for a minute? I'm going to put that link in. And if anybody wants to come up, y'all can talk. Oh, 68 is nice. It's just been steaming here. We had some thunderstorms come through. Oh, 68 is nice. Ooh.
Sorry.
No, I thought that was me. I was like, oops, I got to
No,
check.
it was me. I was just trying to clear it off my phone.
Well, Melissa, thank you for your service. I remember I had some friends that served in the Vietnam War. And of course, being from Hawaii, I have stories of Pearl Harbor. And when they bombed Pearl Harbor, we had family and stuff. And we actually have bullets, or I don't know if it's still in the family, but they have bullets from the war when during the sneak attack. And my grandmother was very she had a bullet that grazed her bed on the morning of the sneak attack, and they kept that in a jar. I don't know who has that now, but I'm very appreciative of everybody who serves in the military.
My husband served. He was in the Air Force.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we I miss the lifestyle. I miss it, but we've been away from the military for so long, and that's kind of why I don't want to move. I just want to stay in one place. I mean, and that's why I don't go out and travel, because I traveled, and that's why my husband was in the Navy. That is why we do not go on cruises, because he spent enough time on ships, and I don't like the water. You had coffee under the gazebo. That's excellent. Yeah, when it's cool out, it's so pretty. And here in Georgia, we have so many birds that my husband and I like to sit out on the screen porch and listen to the birds and all the. We have coons that you can hear at night. They talk to each other. I don't know if you ever heard coons talking, but it's kind of
Yep.
fun. That's kind of funny.
Oh yeah, they just get to chit chatting back and forth.
Mm-hmm. They
And
do.
it always seems like there's one that's trying to tell the other ones what to do.
Yeah, there's a bossy
Hi,
one. Hey,
Sheila.
Sheila.
Good morning.
Yeah, my husband spent, oh, and that's where he gets his potty mouth from. I would say he has a potty mouth, and he never gave it up. And oh my goodness, when we used to go to church, and I probably used to said I probably said this before, but sometimes things would pop out of his mouth in church that shouldn't be said. I mean, it would just pop out, but that's the sailor in him, they didn't care. Oh, Sheila, how are you doing?
All right. I just woke up about 4. Kept trying to go back to sleep, and I can't. So I just got up.
I woke up at 4 and I laid there for a minute. I'm like, well, I could get up. And then I'm like, no, I'm going to lay here a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Well, then I fell back asleep, but I woke back up at 5. So I said, well, it's definitely time to get up.
Yeah.
Well, we were, because I wake up early anyway, but my husband's niece called or texted my husband yesterday looking for pictures of her father, the one that died from an overdose a couple of years ago. And she was asking if we had any pictures of her dad. And so I was going through all kind of pictures this morning, going through looking, because I know I have pictures of him, but they're older pictures before he really got heavy into. And because the anniversary of his death is coming up soon. So I started doing that, and then that's when I started, you start one thing, and then I moved on to my fabric. I'm like, so now everything is in chaos. Everything in my house is in chaos.
Well, I told you I didn't want to show you nothing over here because that's a mess. Well, I was just reaching back here getting that other stuff that I found, and I'm like, now that's a mess over there.
Yeah, that Melanie, that potty mouth. And now the funny thing is I do not curse very often. I mean, when I curse, it's because I'm really, really mad. And I'm one of those people who cry and curse at the same time because I'm so frustrated. But he won't let me curse. He said one person that I mean, things that just come out of his mouth sometimes, like, where did you get that from?
Well, when my husband starts cursing like that, I start laughing at him. And that makes him even madder. Yes. So you just got to walk away and let him alone,
Yes. And okay, so it could just be me. I'm on my best verbal behavior here. It could just be me, but I could have a conversation with my husband and just talk. And he's hard of hearing, so he speaks loud. And all of a sudden a curse word will come out, and I get really, really offended. I'm like, what did I do? What did I say? I just get offended. I'm like, why are you swearing at me? I just made a comment. And he goes, but I'm not swearing at you. And then, he gets more frustrated because he's like, I'm not swearing at you. And then more words come out. I'm gonna go my sewing hole here.
It takes a lot to offend me.
Yeah, I'm not easily offended. I do not like to be sworn at. It is one of those things. But like I was telling you before the live, I'm such an introvert that it takes a lot for me to bark back at people. And when I do, it's the last 10 years worth of stuff that I've suppressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, But sometimes it's just.
I love listening to Sheila talk.
Mhm.
It reminds me so much of my aunt. I can just close my eyes and listen to Sheila,
Really?
and I hear my aunt. You sound just like her.
Yeah.
And she's still alive. She's in at Lake of the Ozarks.
Oh,
Mhm.
She lives there now. And that's where my brother, he lives now too, part of the time. He lives there and he lives down in Texas. And he's wanting her to go someplace. Well, she don't want to go anywhere now. She's on oxygen and stuff now. And we were talking about our family reunion, which is this month. Not this month, June. In about 3 weeks. And she says she's not going. She's the aunt that's on both sides of the family, of
Mhm.
our family. She's my dad's sister, but she also married one of my cousins from my mom's side. So she's
Ooh.
my aunt cousin.
Yeah, I have a family reunion pretty soon, like June 8th, 9th, and 10th.
Well, that's one of the
Let's
reasons
see.
why I like listening to Liana and Debbie from In Quilt Fets, because having been raised in a Puerto Rican household, there's something very soothing listening to them. It's like you can sometimes they'll say things and it'll bring back a memory of one of my aunts who had passed away a long time ago, and it brings back memories of my dad and just conversations I remember and the tone of voice. And I love listening to them. I'll listen to them in the background it's like having family sew with me.
Yep. That's why I like having Sheila on anybody's panel.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can just sit there and just listen to her. And I'm like,
Really?
oh, yes.
Well, and Joe, now I know how you say so trim. I need to be getting on a treadmill. I need to get on a treadmill.
I'm losing weight, but I am not doing the treadmill and all that stuff. This chick just does not do exercise.
Well, I do exercise. It's just with the older you get, the harder it is, because you almost have to exercise more, burn off more calories than you eat. And I don't want to give up eating. That's like giving up fabric buying to me.
Yeah.
So, Sheila, what are you going to sew on today? What are you going to work on?
I'm working on my Kansas Trouble Civil War one.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got to do 15. It's all cut out. I just got to sit down and sew 15 snowballs.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got 13 9 patches to make, and then sew them together. And then I've got 3 more rows to sew together, and I'll be done. So not a whole lot, It's easy sewing.
I say it's easy when you have the pieces already cut out.
Yeah, they're already cut out. The 9 patches, I've already got all of them pinned together, so I just have to sit down and do it, So
That's why I've gone crazy with these pre-kits, the pre-cut kits. I don't even know where I stuck that one now.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is a tornado area right here now.
It's
I
because
even made some little templates for boxing of the bags. Boxing the bottom of them. I have from 1 inch all the way up to 4 inch. I used my Triscuit box. So I
Mike,
have those now.
Mike, when you're while you're on here, when are you doing that picking challenge with Donna? Is that when is that? Has that been scheduled already, or because I really want to see how?
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to watch.
Yeah, and I think I'm gonna put my bet on you. Okay, I'm gonna put my bet on you. So start learning how to pick plastic real quick.
Yeah, I heard that takes a while to peel that off. It's not very easy.
Yeah.
So my husband does vinyl signs and stuff. He's in the sign business, and he's constantly pulling plastic and stuff. And the circuit or whatever, the little vinyl letters
Hmm.
everybody has to pick and everything. If you take a pen or the edge of your awl, it will, if you make a little hole, it will pull it up. Here's a tip.
Mm.
It doesn't matter how small it is, just put it on a rubber surface and lay it down so it doesn't move. Hold it with your finger and take a pin or an awl and just poke a hole and pull it up, and it will
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, he said, they were saying, Fallon and them were saying, have to be careful, like with a pen or something, so you don't scratch it.
Mm-hmm. Well, you don't dig a hole through the bottom of it. You're like,
Yeah.
I guess after my husband has done it for so many years that he can just flip them. Now
Well,
I can't.
what's hard for me is like in the past, I've gotten these like stickers, usually from So Yeah, but different places,
Mm-hmm,
or maybe in a subscription box. There's not, they don't have a preparation or anything. They are so hard to peel.
mm-hmm.
Sometimes I have to work and work at that just with my fingernail
Yeah, my
into
husband just
place.
does, and my husband just does a method now. I don't like doing it. I don't do vinyl letters because I don't like picking it out. Um, but my husband is so used to it that we were talking about it. I think he was listening to it. I was on Fallon's listening to Fallon them talk,
Hmm.
and I turned around and I said, "Now, how would you do that?" He said he has this little tool and he just picks it, and it almost looks like a thing the dentist uses, a little pick, that the little
Yeah.
ramp that the
Hmm.
dentist uses. But that's going to be fun, so I'm looking forward to watching that. Hey,
That will be interesting to see uh,
Rita, did you make it?
what method they use.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
know,
that's too tedious for me. Rita, did you make it through the storms? Was it anywhere close to you last night? Pure comedy. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. And you just make Donna laugh so it will throw her off while you just keep
yeah,
working. Just keep telling jokes.
yeah.
Oh, and did you see where the woman that won the Juki on Fallon's is not gonna, she said to give it to somebody else so you have a chance to win it again.
Huh.
Yeah, she said that.
That
So
was nice of her to do that.
yeah, I think they're going to pull Tuesday and announce Wednesday, so you still have a chance of winning a Juki.
Yeah. I've never had a Juki.
Yes. Huh?
I've never had a Juki machine.
I
Yeah, I
haven't
don't.
either. I've only had brothers.
I've always just had singers, except uh, I have a Bernina that's like, it's too heavy to take anywhere. It just stays in the cabinet in my sewing room. And then I have like a little Bernina. It was the very first Bernina I bought, but it's very lightweight. And I
Mhm.
just keep it in like a rolling bag to take to sewing retreats. I don't even get it out.
Mm.
But Sheila has a featherweight.
Yeah, I have like two featherweights. I've got one that's kind of a mint green color. I bought it in 1964,
Hey, Andrea,
and a
Melanie,
black one.
Melanie, I think that you had to have made a purchase from Fallon's store, from their store, and then you were put in a drawing. I don't know if they had a form.
Yeah, there's another way you could do it.
Oh, was there? Yeah,
Uh,
I didn't know the details because I just made a purchase. I bought one of their rulers.
I can't remember how it was, but I think I went. They had a certain place you could click on one of their lives and it downloaded like a Google thing and you just kind of
A
filled it
Google
out. They
Doc.
did say, said
Okay.
you don't have to make a purchase.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well,
Yeah, I entered the same way, Sheila.
Huh?
I entered the same way.
Yeah.
okay. See, I wanted the ruler. I wanted one of the rulers, and so I purchased the rulers, and it said something. Because I don't normally watch Fallon when she's live. I watch her like everything else on the background in the TV while I'm working.
Yeah.
Certain people, they just come on at certain times, and I just can't.
Yeah.
I can't keep my husband by himself. You never know what he's going to get up to. Never know.
I usually watch her on Wednesday nights.
Mm-hmm.
Watch her. Because I just don't do any night sewing.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like I can't see as well, and
I sew at night if I'm working on something that it doesn't really matter. So if I'm just doing
yeah.
scrap blocks together, or whatever.
Yeah.
But if I'm working on working on a block that means something, I'll go back to it the next day. I'm like, what was I thinking? And I
Yeah.
have
Well, one reason my sewing machine is right in front of a window and I have the blinds open.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I just don't like having them shut. I like having the blinds open where I can see out and also have the light, coming in. And that helps
Mm-hmm.
too. Even though I've got a light there by my machine,
Yeah, her rulers are good. I just bought one of them and I like the rulers. But sometimes you can just have too much. I mean, I have so many rulers, and I have the rulers I bought when I first started quilting that I never use anymore, but they're off in a corner for my granddaughter. And then it's like every couple of years a new ruler comes out, a new type
yeah,
of ruler.
I've got so many.
That. Yeah.
Like, do I really need another one?
I like those glow rulers that Sheila bought.
The what now?
The glow one.
Oh yes, I really do like that one.
It's got a light in it.
So is anybody going live today? Do you know if everybody's still going live? Or I know that there were a couple cancellations. Russ was not on yesterday. He was sewing with Steven.
Usually Teresa's on.
Mm-hmm. Well, the holidays, I was watching Becca, and Becca said that, Donnell's on at what, 10? And was Becca saying that she may do a pop-up live? Maybe that's Monday.
Yeah, I think she said either
Monday.
Sunday or Monday. Sometimes she might.
Yeah, she might, because she'll be at home by herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep
Donnell did a pop-up Zoom yesterday, but I was already gone. I went to a birthday / anniversary party. My nephew has been married to Carrie for 10 years now. Carrie turned 50, and her daughter turned 30.
Wow.
So it was a big party.
Yeah.
So I went, and they were all shocked because I don't go out and do a whole lot of things. But I was out in public last night.
Now, is Mona still going live tomorrow? for
far as I
for
know.
her Monday. For her Monday.
Far as I know, yeah.
I think so.
Most of us don't have real lives where we actually plan things and go do something.
Yeah. Well, I don't. I do my errands, and I do have to go out to the store when I'm through with this. I do my errands on Saturday and Sunday through Friday. I'm in the home. I don't go out very often unless the kids are over. If the kids are over, then they drag me all over the place. And we did go out to Walmart yesterday, and my husband said, somebody must think people will look at you and think that I never let you out of the house. I have you locked up. Because I was like, ooh, look at that. Ooh, look at that. He said, you're just walking so slow like a little kid. You got to touch everything.
I try and get in and out of Walmart as quick as I can.
Yeah, Rita, we were talking about we hadn't seen a live from you, and you went live real late. The last live that you were on, you were
Yeah, she
really
hadn't been on in a while.
well. She went.
Well, she was on the other night, but it was really late.
Yeah,
Wasn't
she was asking if anybody was still awake. I mean, it was. Oh, I think Mona was in the chat on that one because I had to watch it the next morning.
Oh, I was there for a little bit, but I'm older than Rita, I guess, because I can't stay up that late.
Well, Melanie, I guess Sandra Kay would be considered the West Coast, and what would
Kathy.
Eric be? Eric would be West Coast too, because he right? Eric
Yeah,
from
I mean, there's something like she may
Treasure
not
Heart.
be on a lot because I don't really watch her.
I thought Eric was on the East Coast.
Well, I can't think of her name. It's
No,
got clutter in her name, her YouTube name.
Doesn't Eric live in California? Where does Eric
Well,
live?
it could be because he goes on late at night too.
Yeah, see, Eric's I have to watch his.
I have to go on replay because he doesn't start here until 10 o'clock at night.
Treasure Heart. Hey, Donnell, Treasure Heart Creations. He lives on the West Coast, and I watch his because he's from Hawaii, and so sometimes we'll chat about things from Hawaii. He goes back a lot more than I do, or I've been.
Isn't his last name Oda? Eric Oda?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. Treasure Heart Creations,
Mhm.
Melissa or Melanie.
Yeah,
I always get those two names mixed up.
and he does a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and he's good friends with Tiffany. He's been on Tiffany's lives sewing.
I've seen him on her lives twice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's good friends with Tiffany, and I like watching his. But I don't know too many West Coast people either. And it might be that.
Hi, Donnell.
I watched him a while back, but dropped off. Yeah, he's a little different. He does a little crafting. He does a little sewing.
Yeah.
He does a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I think it depends on, and he's starting to have a bigger Instagram presence too, because he comes up on my Instagram feed a lot. And Becca has been doing a lot more Instagram.
I have Instagram, but I don't use it.
Oh, I post every once in a while. But they do a lot of giveaways on Instagram too. There's a lot of quote companies that do giveaways. Yeah, He's fun. He's different, and they talk about him being so tall all the time. Yeah, and I think Becca and Tiffany got together one time. Didn't they all see each other or hang out on one of Becca's lives or something at one point?
Well, recently it was Ian and Becca and Tiffany.
I was thinking that Eric was there right after Tiffany lost her son.
And Becca may have flown in too.
Yeah, she was she had a conference or something that she went
Yeah,
to, and
yeah.
they with Tiffany.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. But I don't know. I don't know.
I think so. Becca's got a Zoom for like her VIP members, I think.
Yeah, I think that's today.
Yeah.
Good morning, Debbie, on your private account. Hey, Donna Armstrong. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure out who's on because I'm going to play them on the back. I'm going to lurk while I'm doing all my thing in my sewing room, and it's nice to know who I get to watch. And my husband's just going to have to feed himself. He's just going to have to find something to eat today. I'm just going to go on cooking strike.
Take care, Donna.
Well, sometimes I'll have YouTube on and I'll be watching one of the YouTubers I usually watch, and then they go off, and the next thing I know, a Hallmark movie shows up, and it just comes on, and then I get interested in watching it.
I get these ads after the live is done. I will get ads, buy this, buy that, or those Temu ads. It's like I don't buy from Temu, but all of a sudden all these ads start popping up, and I'm thinking it's because they know I buy. They must know everything. I just shop.
I bought a few things from Temu, and what I got, they were great products. I got some snips from them.
I bought one time, but I think I'll just buy from Amazon from now on.
Yeah. I silenced all the notifications, and I unsubscribed from all the texts and all that.
Yeah.
It could be my Google account. I don't know. But and so talking about Amazon. Bye, Rita. Have a good day.
Bye, Rita. Yeah, she's changing her milking time to like
Bye, Rita.
here in the morning.
Have a good day.
Getting so warm.
Talking about Amazon, I ordered some of those Lego thingies or whatever for my husband from Amazon and some other things. But most of my Amazon shipments are coming through UPS now. And I thought, well, that would be a good thing, right? So they delivered a box to me on Friday. And it was only one box, and my whole shipment was supposed to be there on Friday. So I checked it out, and they said that there was a delivery attempted. I said, well, how did you attempt it? What did you do? Just throw one box in my yard and leave the rest in the truck? And then I kept checking, and it said, I thought, well, maybe it'll come Saturday, right? And they said that they will deliver the next delivery day because of the next business day because of the holidays.
Yeah.
It's not coming until Tuesday. I mean,
crazy.
But that's no better than the postal service.
No. Now I ordered I shopped around, and the best price was through Bed Bath and Beyond because I'm redoing my entryway, and so I needed this certain shape of a mirror,
Mm-hmm.
And so I got it from Bed Bath Beyond. And then yesterday I got a notice that it's going to be delayed until Thursday.
Mm.
And I'm like, okay. And then I went to go check the mail yesterday, and there's a box on my front porch, and I could see by the size of it that was the mirror. So it did come yesterday, like it was supposed to. But it was like US, PS.
Mm-hmm. Andrea, I'm so sorry. You guys are going through a really bad heat wave in Texas, and it's early in the year. And that's after all those tornadoes and bad weather we've been having.
It was so humid out yesterday. I knew we were going to have some bad weather just because when the humidity is high,
Mm-hmm.
that's just more of a green light for them to come.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to check our weather right now and see what we got out there.
Mona just posted, well, I guess this was yesterday she posted it, but I just got it. No scheduled live on.
Oh, that's right. She's not because of the holiday.
Oh, okay.
And then the Wednesday night, she's having Donnell on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And then the
yay.
next Wednesday's just going to be chit chat.
Well, it's 73 degrees right now. We're supposed to have a high of 89. So,
She says Friday will be a members Zoom.
Donnell's just getting all over the place. Debbie, when you going to come on my live? I know you said you couldn't do it. Debbie, in Quilt Fact, because I gave up on Mike. I think Mike is Mike doesn't want to show his hair so early in the morning.
I was going to say, I think Mike is just too scared. He's a scaredy cat.
Debbie, you have
We like Phyllis Diller.
Yeah, we like Phyllis Diller. Oh no, Lisa still. Well, we have to see that. You're going to have to come on a. You and Debbie need to come on one of my Monday nights together because that would be hilarious. That would be so fun. But Debbie, I'll get with you. I don't know. So what else is going on? It feels like everything is just in slow-mo here.
yeah.
Oh, my daughter she worked last night and there was a young person that died on another ATV accident.
Yeah.
And she said those are the worst, is when these young kids. Yeah. So Debbie and Mike, we all have to plan a day when where both of you are going to be on my live, and I'm just going to sit back and let you have at it because that would be just too much. That would be too much. Oh. So anything else going on? It's already after 8:00. And I got my live tomorrow night. Maybe we'll see. You're gonna be on my panel, Sheila. I'm not asking Debbie because Deb will be with her husband sitting down. Listen.
I'll be in the chat.
Yeah, you'll be.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything planned, so yeah.
All right, because I don't like being all lonely by myself. I don't like being.
Maybe we'll have other people come up.
Yes.
Like Kathy, and I need to reach out to Frances today and
See how
see the
she's
status
doing.
of her husband.
Yeah, I'm just Debbie says I always look scared. It's not that I'm scared. I don't know what to say by myself. I just feel funny talking into my camera. I'm not all that, ooh, let's look at this. Ooh, look. And if I start sewing, I can't sew and talk at the same time. I'm not Donnell, or I just can't do it because I'll just get all into the sewing and forget y'all are there. It's like, ooh, make my block. Taking care of my grandson, has fever 2 days. That is so hard. And
Yeah.
that is so tough when you have a grandchild and they're sick. Well, it's a little bit different with your grandchild than it was with your child. With your child, you were just young, too busy and stuff, and you're like, oh, go lie down and it'll go away, or go to school anyway. You're not dying. But the grandchildren, it's like, I want to make it better.
I remember my kids, they'd want to stay home because they said they were sick. I'm like, okay, well, in an hour, the doctor's office opens and I'll call and see if I can't get you in today. Oh, I'm not that sick.
Yeah.
I said, okay, then you can go to school. They're
Yeah.
like, okay.
I was one of those children that used to throw a fit if I couldn't go to school. If we had a bad weather day or something, I would actually get really, really upset if I couldn't go to school. And I remember my dad picking me up in downpours from work and just getting so frustrated with me. It's like, if school's open, I got to be there.
Just
You
see
had
that. I think it's Melissa. No, it's Melanie. She's moving back to Mississippi.
Oh, really?
Well, I know that
Because
Ian's
that's where
moving to
she's
Virginia.
from.
Oh, Nancy, you're on day 2 with fever and coughing. We have this weed out here on a tree, and I feel like I've had sinus congestion and just everything. Hey, Mona, sinus congestion and everything for the last month. And then now you're over there hacking outside because you can't breathe with all the pollen, and gnats are flying up your nose. So it's horrible when it gets humid here. But I hope
Moni's here.
I hope you get to feeling better, Nancy. Debbie's in bed with 2 crazy grandbabies. I love my grandchildren. Oh my gosh, I love my grandchildren. I would eat canned spam if it meant that all my money could go to my grandchildren just to keep them happy. But anyway, I am fixing to leave. I will be on live tomorrow, and Sheila has already said she's going to save me and come on my live. Might have a couple of things to show you that I find in my mess once I get my mess cleaned
I was
up.
going to say, look at all that I found.
Oh, I know, and it's fun. It's like, ooh.
I know when you find stuff that you'd forgot about, it's like, oh my gosh, look at this. You just want to pet the fabric.
Mona, you're gonna mail me some spam. I got some spam because I don't eat spam. Let me tell you, even though I'm from Hawaii, I do not eat spam. Never ate spam. Do not like spam.
I ate it when I was a lot younger.
I love it.
It's okay. Have you seen that spam fabric? Yeah, I've seen it. It was a year or two ago, but I've seen it. So yeah, I had it like every other time they were on.
Hey, Francis, we were just talking about you. Hold on. Let me read your comment really quick. You just dropped in. John is home from hospital.
Good.
And he has C. diff. And it is contagious. So just hanging out.
Yeah.
He has a heart monitor. And, well, my heart goes out to you, Francis. Reach out and let us know if you need anything, if there's anything we can do for you. I'm glad he's home, though, because that means at least you get to be home and rest in between the time that he's resting. So you take care of yourself, too. And just take care of yourself. I'm just thinking about all of you who are sick and going through, who have loved ones.
Yeah, I'm glad he's home because, it's nothing like being at your own home.
Andrea, that's how my husband eats spam. He will eat spam, and he will only eat spam room temperature, fresh from the can. He won't eat it if you refrigerate it.
I've only had it fried, is all I've ever had it.
Well,
But it's been years.
but yeah, I don't like spam, but I tried prepping. I was watching a whole bunch of Rita's videos one time, and all that canning and stuff. And I'm like, well, I don't can, but I can buy cans. I don't can fruits and vegetables. And they were talking when it was height of food shortages, when you'd go into the grocery store and there wasn't a lot of food in the grocery store. And so I bought a whole bunch of spam and a whole bunch of canned stuff because I figured if I have to feed my babies, there's going to be something in there for them to eat. And now I'm stuck with a whole bunch of spam that's going to outlast me.
Oh, it wouldn't last in my house because I love spam.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
I haven't had it in years.
I had it 3 days ago. No, Friday. It was Friday morning.
I'd rather have a fried bologna sandwich than spam, though.
And it's got to be thick bologna, though. It's got to be not that thin bologna. It's got to be thick bologna.
Well, I just get what the grocery store has and put
whatever's in there.
But I put 3 little slits in it, and just
Bye, Debbie.
fried in a pan. But I haven't had that in a long time either.
Yeah, I'm fixing to go. My husband's going to be coming back from the walk, and he said that he would run up to the store with me. He wanted to go and get something, and then he's going to work on the yard because he doesn't want to be in my mess. He doesn't want to be around my mess because I have things in all the rooms.
I'm slowly getting my kitchen table cleaned off. Slowly.
Fried bologna sandwich. Yeah, every now and then. I don't eat too many hot dogs either. But it's just one of those things. I don't.
Now,
like
if I eat hot dogs, they have to be all beef.
It's just salty. It's just really, really salty, and so I can't. I don't like high salt content.
I love it. Potato chips, spam, bologna.
I like
it. If it's got salt, I love it.
Okay, so that was part of my secret or not my secret, the part I left out about my UPS shipment. So I don't like salty things, but I do like sweet things, and I like sweet hard candy. So I bought old-fashioned hard candy from Amazon, this big tub. And I'm going to be very disappointed come Tuesday if my individually hard candy is one big block of candy because it melted.
Or it's all in smithereens and tiny pieces where it got broken.
Yeah, I'm just going to be really, really upset. So I was looking forward to my candy coming in, and now I have to, when I go up to the dollar store, I'm going to have to get me a pack of hard candy. And because it keeps me from snacking, if I'm sewing and you just want something, I have the hard candy and I'm such a grandma. I'm such a grandma. Got my hard candy.
I don't snack very much when I'm sewing. I usually have something to drink.
No, when I'm sewing, there's
in
no
my sewing room. Yeah.
Yeah, candy blob. It's going to be one big candy blob. I'm going to be upset. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to call Amazon and say, you need to send me some fresh candy now, some individually wrapped candy. But anyway, I am fixing to go, and
Alrighty.
I hope you all have a good day.
I need to go fix some breakfast. I think I'm going to cook some bacon and pancakes.
I thank you all for being here. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Sheila. Gummy bears. I used to like gummy bears. And what is those? Is it Jelly Belly? Jelly Belly, jelly
Yeah.
beans. Yeah, I used to like Jelly Bellies too. My
Yeah.
gut doesn't like it very much anymore.
I don't like gummy bears because they stick to my teeth.
Yeah.
I don't like nothing sticking in my teeth.
Yeah. But bye, y'all. If you have a chance, come and visit us tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. And
Mona, I only eat chocolate.
I'm with you, Mona.
chocolate is good. Chocolate makes you feel good. It just does something to you. But I appreciate y'all being here. I hope you have a good day. Be safe out there. And we've enjoyed having this. I love this little group because we get to talk and see all your comments and just love it. You guys are a good group of people.
And we can meet in our jammies.
That's
Yes,
right. My
that's-
house coat.
that's the best part is jammies in the morning. But we'll
Yeah.
see y'all later. Y'all have a good one, and I will talk to Mike. Enjoy your time. Smoke some good food. We're gonna get with you and Debbie, and we're gonna have you both on my live at the same time. That would be so funny. But I will talk
Bye-bye.
to you all soon. Bye. Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.